Welcome to A More Brilliant Life. We share inspiring stories from people who hit rock bottom, faced their challenges, and transformed their lives. Learn how you can rise above expectations, discover who you are, and reclaim your future.
And I started working, I'll never forget. I started working for the sport ministry in Nicaragua. I used to get amazingly bad paid, low pay, man. And
as an orthopedic surgeon?
Yes. I was working on a physical therapy clinic.
Can you share, what was your annual salary? Would you?
Okay, it was around, I'm gonna tell you right now, $7,000.
US dollars a year?
Yes.
As an orthopedic surgeon?
Yes.
That is.
Absolutely.
That's rough, yeah.
So the system pushes you to go through loans, credit cards and stuff, and that's the way you know it works.
All right, should we get started?
Sure.
All right.
So first of all, thank you again for having me.
Yeah.
It's such a, this excites me a lot, and awesome. I'm absolutely nervous right now. So,
well, don't be.
But thank you very much.
The entire purpose of this podcast is to take successful people and just kind of reverse engineer it. Let's hear how exactly you got to where you are today, because I think what so many people miss is they see the successful person where they are today, and they don't realize the struggles, the journey that lies behind it, right? And so that's the whole purpose of this podcast is number one, let's highlight those stories of how people got to where they are today. Let's talk about stories of pivots, transitions, transformations, life transformations, career transformations. All of that stuff kind of falls under the umbrella of the podcast. So today we are here with Angel Baltodano. And I just want to start from the beginning, because we know today you are you're a surgeon, right?
Orthopedic surgeon, right?
Orthopedic surgeon.
Yes.
Okay. Today you're an orthopedic surgeon that's very involved in the cutting edge science of longevity, of basically creating a more vibrant life for people.
Yes.
And so that's the goal behind your practice, I believe. But I'll let you talk more about that. But let's back up. Angel, where were you born? Kind of tell me what the environment was like when you were growing up.
Yes. Okay. So I am from Nicaragua. I was born in Nicaragua, in the capital of Nicaragua, which is called Managua. I was born in the center, in the city of Managua, and I was born in 1985, so I'm 40 right now. I was born on March, and I was raised in a very matriarchal family, with all women.
Yeah.
Okay, my mother raised us up alone. My father was not at home, and I have three sisters. Three sisters, and then my grandmother used to live with us too, which is maybe a pretty usual environment in Latin America.
Okay, but your parents were not separated.
They were separated.
They were separated. Okay.
Yeah.
So you were raised by a single mother?
Single mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And what did she do for work, or how did she?
She used to work in telecommunications.
Okay.
Yeah, telecommunications. He used to work for the government company that used to rule the communications in the country and outside the country. Pretty much it.
So very middle class.
Absolutely. Yeah, she used to work from 7 to 5. She was an employee. She used to wake up very early, get us, the four of us, ready for school, breakfast, the clothing and everything, and then she had to go to work all day. We came back from school at noon. We usually were taken care of by our grandmother or babysitters. And then my mother used to come back from work at around 5:30 p.m. tired. She was very working. She was, I own a lot to her. A lot that I am is because of her.
Yeah.
And after that, we kept on growing up. And when I was in high school, I started swimming. I used to be part of the national team in Nicaragua. I used to be an Olympic swimmer.
Wow.
I used to swim a lot. So I went from school.
Yeah.
I was in high school, then home, and then to the pool. Sometimes in the morning, 4 a.m., swim, then school, then swim again, and then to our home.
Was it all public school then, or did you ever
Public
go to
school.
all public school? And so the time you started swimming in high school, right? You started the swim team there, and then after high school, how did it kind of transform into the Olympic swimming dream?
Well, I started swimming when I was around 13. I was
Okay.
already grown, right?
Yep.
For somebody supposedly to be successful in sport, they have to start way younger. I started around 12 or 13, I think, and I really loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved it, and I became national champion when I left. I was never able to go, for example, break a high score.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never able to go, for example, to the Olympics,
Okay.
which is one of the biggest dreams of any sport person, right? So I used to be a swimmer during all my high school through the last high school year that I decided to leave swimming because I was going to get ready for med school.
Okay.
I
And
had
so
already-
at around 18? Or how
I
old were
was around 16.
you? 16 at that
Yeah.
time. Okay. And that's when, so at age 16, that's when you decided that you were on a path for medical school.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
that's when I knew I wanted to be a doctor.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
What drew you into that field?
a very good question.
Uh-huh.
I always remember it because it's not what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid and a child, I used to see my mother go through surgery, my sister go through surgery, and other members of my family. And I remember feeling absolutely powerless.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was not able to do anything to save them
Did
or
they-
to help them.
Did they have a lot of health issues growing up?
Yes, some of them, some.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right.
So I remember there was this guy that was the doctor of the family,
Mm-hmm.
was not a member of the family, obviously. And it was like, I would like to be able to do something for my own family, you know, to take care of them in terms of health. And that's what triggered me. That's what triggered me to go through med school, definitely.
Wow.
I didn't know I was in fourth year in high school, and I didn't know there was a medical school down in my country, in Nicaragua. I didn't know it until I was in fourth and fifth year. I said, is this possible? I mean, is this possible to do it in here?
Yeah.
So I decided I had to let go swimming and focus on my last year of high school, and I made it through,
Wow.
thankfully.
And so, is the medical school cost money, or is it government assisted?
Public.
Public.
Yes.
Public medical school. Wow.
Yeah, it used to be a little harder to get into med school in Nicaragua back then. Right now, you know, there's some political issues going on in the country, and I don't think the requirements to get into university or this type of careers are as hard as they used to be before. So
This was around 1990. Is that?
it was in 2002, I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I missed a decade. Okay, 2000, 2002. Yep.
2000,
Okay.
2002. So I had to go make a test. How do you call that?
An exam.
Yeah, an exam for getting into the career, and then I made it through. Thanks to the help that my stepfather by that time gave me.
Okay.
He was an engineer. This guy, my mother was married to an engineer from my 6th grade, I think, in elementary, through university. I'm not sure what how long they were together, but this guy was very nice to us, and he taught me very good things. One of them was to study hard.
Cool. Did you have to hire a tutor or anything like that?
He was my tutor, maybe my mentor.
Sure.
Yes, I remember I studied a lot. And also I remember that, but by that time I was in a private high school. I only started the first year of my high school. It was in a public school, and I switched to a private school. And then in my last year, I also changed from school. So my last year in high school I was the new in the school, and it was more hardworking school. It was a different institution. And I remember also one of my mentors I always remember, and I'm always thinking of and thanking him, is one of my high school teacher, which used to be also a university teacher. So he was our guide teacher in high school, last year in high school, but he was also the math teacher and the physics teacher. It was a very, tough guy in terms of classes and working and studying. So he taught me a lot too.
So do you think if you hadn't switched schools on your last year, would you have gone into medicine?
Not sure. Never thought about it actually,
Do you think it was the environment of the school that kind of got you opening your mind to more possibilities in your life?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, yes, I think so.
Okay.
Everything came together the way it had to be, so for me to be the person I am right now.
And what was Managua? That was the city, right?
Managua.
What was Managua like in the 2000s, like that time frame? Like, was it? Was there a lot of crime? Was there? No?
Not actually. There was crime, as anywhere else in the world. I mean, there are some places you're not supposed to go certain time in the day, you know. And
like
what else? There were some small gangs, you know.
Yep.
And in Nicaragua, there's never been an actual crime organizations and stuff like that. I don't remember listening about or hearing about kidnapping or cartels. None of that. I think it's the same right now. So it was like minor crimes going on, like robbery and stuff like that. But what else? Pretty much.
What was the distribution of wealth like? Was there a pretty extreme poverty and pretty extreme wealth in Managua, or was there kind of was it pretty well even across the divide there? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. By that time, I didn't know. Right now, I have a different view, but I've understood that when you're in a mid-low class, you don't see anything else, you know, because you live in the places you're supposed to, and you go to the university you're supposed to, so you don't see the wealthy people. And right now I think it's different, because Nicaragua is, as I think right now, as any place in the world, that the private industries are there, and there's people, successful people and wealthy people. A lot of them in Nicaragua, and in fact, there's one of the wealthiest guys in all Latin America is from Nicaragua.
Oh wow!
So by that time, I never knew, but there's a very, very big number. It's the biggest number is mid class, in the people, and low class, and very low. I mean, poverty and extreme poverty.
Well, let's pick it up from after med school then. So did you spend how many years in med school were you there? 4 or 5 years? 3?
It was 8.
8 years. 8 years in med school, and that was all in a public institution.
Yes.
And so after your 8 years of med school, what would you decide? Then,
med school is 5 years.
Okay.
Then you have one internship,
Sure.
which you get paid if you come from a public institution.
Yep.
If you come from a private institution, you pay
Wow.
for doing internship. Yes. And then we have to go do 2 years of social service, which is you working as a general physician, anywhere in the country the government sends you, where they need you.
That was all done in Nicaragua then?
All done in Nicaragua. Very amazing experience. I have infinite tales about it.
Really?
Yes. I mean, it is a very, very good experience going to, to the country, helping people in towns, other cities and stuff, knowing your own country, your own people. It's very good. And then you get a lot of experience because you're alone. And then that's 2 more years, so that's 8 years in total. And then I came out, had my general MD title, and I worked for 1 year as a general MD in a private institution in Managua again. And then I also had to do an exam to get into the specialty, the residency. So I made it through also. Wow. So I worked 1 year as a general physician, and then I got into the residency. 3 years of specialty from orthopedic surgery in a public hospital, which is the best thing that can happen to a surgeon. Lots of surgeries every day, bones here, bones there, spines, knees, surgery every day, every time. It was an actual residency.
So you just jumped right in basically and got a lot of experience doing that. Okay. Wow. So then what led to the shift away from Nicaragua then and toward Costa Rica, where you are today? Or how did that all transpire?
Well, I had the blessing to have, some type of people around me that used to be very successful. One of them, I was thinking about him a couple of days ago, was one of my masters, of my mentors in residency. This guy is a joint surgeon. I would say is one of the best I've known. He makes knee and hip replacement surgeries. It's a very, very good surgeon, very good. And I remember he reached out for a international program that used to bring foreign students, foreign residents to our country. And it's called HVO, Health Volunteers Overseas, HVO. And I remember during all my residency, there was a guy from North America or from Australia or from Canada or from France or from Germany, I don't know. So we used to have the opportunity to, interact with them, know their reality. They used to know our reality, and they used to share with us their thoughts, So when you have the opportunity to know what's outside, how is it different from where you are, you start being curious, and you start. Yes.
What were some of the differences that you noticed, like just by the interactions with those people? Does something come to mind, like what stood out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom of movement.
That's one of them, but freedom, financial freedom, basically. First of all, financial freedom.
Basically.
There used to be hardworking and hard studying residents from another country, but they have the opportunity to have to own a house, to own a car, to own things, and then to be able to help their families and to go out in the world, come do a shift outside the country. And so I used to dream about it. I want to do that too. So that's what also inspired me to be different. To get something. And I also used to look at my master, at my mentors, and they were also successful and wealthy. So I was like, I would like to be like one of these guys one day. So I started trying to recognize their path, you know, and then see if I could use it in my favor.
Right.
And that's what I did, basically.
And so what is it that, I guess, you having come from, you know, very middle to low class means, and having gone from there to the, you know, the wealthy, successful person that you are today, what is it that you think blocks most people on that journey? Does that make sense? Like, where do people mostly, you know, kind of fork off and fail to get to the other side?
It's definitely mindset.
Mindset.
You know, when you come from a country or from a culture or from a family, whatever, that has programmed you in some ways, means you're taught that you need to be this way, or you just can achieve these things. So you start to believe it. You actually start to think that's the truth.
You create almost like a jail cell.
Absolutely.
An imaginary jail cell.
I mean, you create a roof and you cannot go further above it. But when you start meeting people that's living differently, you say like, what can I do? What can I do? What's that something that you need to do? And the first thing is that you need to feel discomfort, and then like you don't accept it. I mean, you don't accept, you feel discomfort, but you don't accept that discomfort. It's like, I am feeling below this person, I'm feeling less, but I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like to feel this way.
It's almost like you can sense a higher potential within yourself.
Absolutely.
Right. And then there's that dissonance, or that the conflict between the two.
So, yeah, most people might feel that discomfort, but would settle up and try to avoid it, or try to make them look bigger or better or wealthier, and they're maybe not. So I think the difference is that, well, first of all, I think that mainly the reason that people doesn't use it, like, you know, for levering, is that they avoid feeling this discomfort. And it's a natural thing for human being, you know. We have evolved to try to survive. And when we feel something is getting us into danger, we try to avoid it or change the directions where we're going. So I think that's why most people cannot go through the path they need to go to get wealthier and to get better in any way. It's because they don't push themselves through the fire, through what's not pleasant, through what's uncomfortable, ugly, absolutely. I mean, I've gone through things, I felt absolutely zero, absolutely nothing. I mean, I felt myself absolutely down, and I pushed myself to go through it and to use it as a lever to be a better person that I want to be.
No, in reality, it feels a lot like trying to learn a new language, because obviously English is not your first language.
And I'm sorry, my English is very good.
No. But what I'm getting at is that Spanish is not my first language, but here I am in a country trying to speak Spanish, and you know, every time like you sit there and you try to practice with a native speaker, like you start to feel self-conscious, you start to feel that discomfort, and like I think that's what holds so many people back. And I was going to actually compliment you on your ability, because it's clear that like you have worked through that discomfort, you've got through that stage, and now you're speaking you're speaking incredibly well. Whereas like my 13-year-old daughter is in that stage where she understands Spanish very well, but is still way too self-conscious to actually put herself out. And that's also the kind of the time in her life that, you know, those teenage years where that awkwardness is so, it just kind of trumps everything, right? But yeah, no. But to your point, like it feels a lot like learning a new language. Like you just have to get through that discomfort. You just have to push through it and understand that you're going to make mistakes and make a fool of yourselves and let go. Right?
That's a very interesting example you're giving right now, because you know most people, and well, I know people that are native Spanish speaker, you know, from all Latin America. And what most people avoid is to looking like a jerk, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
When you try to speak English and you don't sound right, and people make fun of you. And so people don't like that pain and just stop doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't push themselves to be more ridiculized and use that as a lever to improve. They don't do that. Nobody does that. Well, 1% of people maybe. But if you were to speak English, do it wrongly, get laughed about, and then hurt yourself, push yourself through it and improve so nobody else is laughing on you, then you're going to master it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what most people is not doing. In anything, health, finances, relationships, anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very true. Okay, so then in between Nicaragua and Costa Rica, what transpired? Anything? Did you live anywhere else other than or what brought you to Costa Rica? Like, tell me a little bit more about that path.
Well, I definitely wanted to earn more money.
Okay, and Nicaragua wasn't.
Well, it was because of my mindset. I used to work for the government. I used to be an employee. After I finished my residency, I was a specialist. I mean, I was an orthopedic surgeon. And when I say that, people might say, you know, it's one of the better paid professions in the world. Apart from neurosurgeon, orthopedic surgeon is a very expensive specialty. I mean, I'm expensive. My work is expensive because it gives you things you really need to, well, produce your own money. So I would be able to fix you and to get you back to productivity. That's why it's very expensive, and also because we fix bones, and for that we need very expensive tools and very expensive implants. So pretty much, and
but obviously it's a product of how much value you are providing to the medical industry.
But when I finished my residency, I went working for the public institution. And in Nicaragua, public workers are not well paid at all.
There's just a very specific cap, I assume.
Absolutely.
You're never going to break through that.
No. Everybody earns the same, even if you work harder. And, it's like the system programs you to think that if you leave them, you're going to die on starvation. It's the truth. It's the truth.
How do they do that? How do they program people to think that?
Well, they tell you that directly.
In med school, in school, or who?
All of them.
Really? Like
all through it.
On the TV?
Also.
Really?
Yes. And also, if you come from a family of employees, they will also tell you that. And Latin America, I mean, even your family will tell you, hope you get a good job. I mean, how you get employed and a salary, very good salary. That's what we dream about. In countries, most of Latin American countries, Nicaragua is not the exception. So I finished, my residency, and then I started looking for jobs, and I started working. I will never forget. I started working for the sport ministry in Nicaragua. I used to get amazingly bad paid. I mean, low pay, man. And I used
as an orthopedic surgeon.
Yes. I was working on a physical therapy clinic.
Can you share, like, what was your annual salary? Would you?
Okay, it was around, I'm going to tell you right now, $7,000.
US dollars a year?
Yes.
As an orthopedic surgeon?
Yes.
that is.
Absolutely.
That's rough. Yeah.
So the system push you to go through loans, credit cards and stuff. And that's the way you know it works.
Who wants it that way? Like, why?
Most people that finish their specialist career. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people think that's the path. Most people think that the most they can achieve is getting into a job as a specialist, as a orthopedics or a surgeon or a pediatrician or an internal medicine whatever specialty. Some of them even dream about having a job as a general MD, you know. So I started, after that, I changed work. I started working as a surgeon, doing surgeries and stuff with a basic salary. It was better than before, but I was even not well paid. I got from $7,000 US dollars a year to, let's say, $800 a month.
Wow.
It was better, but it was absolutely low.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I remember I used to think about the guys that came, you know, with the HVOs, the residents that came, and they used to make $40,000 a month.
A month. Yeah.
And I was like, man, these guys are rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, a month. And then I started feeling uncomfortable again. I was not pleased. So I started trying private market in Nicaragua, but I'm always doing this joke about we have an angel in one shoulder and a devil in another shoulder. So I was always listening to the devil on my shoulder. He used to tell me, don't go that way because you're going to die on starvation. You're going to lose your job. If you go through private practice and you make some sort of mistakes, people's going to sue you because these are surgeries, are human lives and whatever, etc. Because that's what they tell you in the system. So I started doing private medicine, but I was not doing well in private medicine. My wife, she was doing okay. Not that good, but she was doing okay in private practice. But we were scared. The word is scared. Everybody is scared to take the next step in Nicaragua. Most people, I would say. So
I think there's plenty of people in the U.S. that have that exact same belief, and as a matter, I think it goes back generations, and like you say, it takes that individual to kind of see through that fog, to see through those commonly held beliefs in order to really put themselves out there and take that other path, and that is so often taught generation by generation. But you're right, it's very ingrained. It's more ingrained, I think, in Central America than it is in the U.S. But there's certainly parts of the U.S. Where it's a similar vibe, similar feeling. But I see it more in the Costa Rican school systems, and even during my time in El Salvador, I saw it there a little bit too. But no, it's fascinating just how these beliefs just keep you where you are, and it's so hard to break through those. Yeah.
Yes. So also because of things, you know, in life that happens, with my wife, from way before we had decided we wanted to try coming to this country, because her family had came to before, during the 80s.
Her family had come to Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the 80s.
Okay.
Also because of politics and things in Nicaragua, you know. So they were doing probably better than in Nicaragua. So we always had the thinking of coming or going to the US, work as employees. I mean, being slaves, thinking about getting enslaved in other countries is what everybody does.
It's true.
And I remember people telling me, oh, you would make a lot of money in the US working for the government, public hospitals.
Right.
And I remember myself thinking about doing that. And also, it's a matter of ego. Because, you know, right now, it's been a while since the last time I went to a surgery, to an operating room. It's been a while since I don't make an incision directly. But as an orthopedic surgeon, some would say, oh, well, you're not doing what you were meant to. It's ego.
Right.
Because right now I'm better than I used to be ever.
And so when you came to Costa Rica, you worked for Caja for a while, right?
Yes.
So that would be the Costa Rican government.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
I remember I started looking for opportunities in Costa Rica, in all Central America, and in the US. So I started writing letters, emails, and I'm not exaggerating when I'm telling you that I maybe sent 1,000 emails.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got, you know, replies from some of them, and one of them was from Costa Rica.
Wow.
So I was like, well, this is an opportunity, and I kept on pushing. I remember we were unemployed by that time, and we went through a very, very tough time. Yeah.
Financially?
Absolutely. There was some days, and I've talked about it with my mom and some people that knows me. I remember we didn't have nothing to eat in one time. And we had the loan on the car, the insurance, and credit cards and stuff. And I remember we didn't have any money at all.
This was still when you were living in Nicaragua.
In Nicaragua.
And you were married?
I was married.
And,
yes.
And did you have your own house at that time?
Yes.
But no kids?
Yeah, Angie was already around.
Angie was there, okay.
And I remember we used to, you know, nobody knew, but we were like, we're going to go visit my mother, for example. And we were like, we want to, you know, visit.
Yeah.
It was not visiting.
Yeah.
It was, we need Angie to feed. Yes.
And
it's a real story.
And did your mom know? No, I mean,
later on.
Was there ever a point when you were like, I just need to tell my mother I need
some
help?
But it was after a while I told her. That's why we used to visit her that often.
Wow.
It was a short period of time. Then my wife Yadira also started working privately. We pushed ourselves going through where we were scared to go. And she started doing it herself. And then I started feeling even more uncomfortable, you know, because as a man also, you're supposed to bring food on your table, on the table, you know, for your family. So I started sending all those emails, and I made a contact with the director of the hospital in Grecia for the Caja, which is also one of the most good persons I've met in my life. And this guy really helped me a lot. And maybe I've not replied, how do you call it, for him? Reciprocated to him, but I mean, he made a very good difference in my life. So he was able to, he replied, he invited me over for me to know the place, the people. And we were supposed, both my wife and I, to get jobs in that hospital. but only I got the job.
Ah.
So it was also a hard time for my wife, since she's an anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
She used to work in, closed environments, so they get used to it. And when she was home, she's not used to be at home, doing home things, the house things. So she used to be an anesthesiologist, and she had to spend a lot of time, doing the house things, and she was very stressed out. So I started working for the Caja. It was a very good change because, it was a big difference in terms of money flow, but there were some difficulties. In the process. I remember I didn't get paid until I had 7 months working in the hospital, which is seems to be a common thing here in Costa Rica. Somebody starts working for an institution and they don't get paid until a lot of times after they start working. So we came here, I started working. Yaira had to stay home with Angie. And we used to live in Heredia at my wife's family house. And I used to come from Heredia every day working in Grecia hospital. And I remember sometimes when I was on call, I had to actually stay at the hospital.
Oh, wow.
So there was sometimes I spent 2 weeks without seeing them because they were at Heredia and I was here in Grecia. So it was pretty good change, but it was also big effort, and it was uncomfortable.
Sure. Was your wife born in Costa Rica? I don't remember.
No.
She was born in Nicaragua.
Yes.
But she has family here that came from Nicaragua to Costa Rica. Okay.
Yes.
As Nicaraguans, did you guys ever experience any
xenophobia?
Something like is there? How were you received by the Costa Rican people? Do you feel like there was any sort of, well, I don't want to say racism, but like, sort of underlying sentiment like that throughout that entire process? Yeah.
Well, we're all human beings, and we have also behaving paths. And I understand a lot of things, and in Nicaragua it is very known about the xenophobia from Costa Rica. Yeah, I know it's not a pleasant word, but it's the one that we use, all right? So I was not worried about it, but I found out that it actually exists, but in lower, let's say, classes.
Oh,
you
sure.
know,
That
yes,
makes sense.
you know, when you go to a place and you start getting the people's job into danger, so they're not gonna like you. So the xenophobia is more from the agriculture, from the people that works in your house, helping you clean the house and stuff, and people that get those type of jobs, you know, that are not these high-rated jobs. In my case, well, I went into a hospital and I used to work with medical specialists. I never experienced xenophobia. Maybe sometimes was with non-doctors people, you know. It was like, how can a Nicaraguan be working in this position and me as a Costa Rican I'm working in a lower position? But it was not from the medicals or doctors. Doctors were absolutely amazing to me. I mean, some middle, higher class and things, which might not sound right, but is the truth. And this is my personal experience, right? They were amazingly good with me. Yes. I mean, I never experienced segregation or stuff. So.
How long were you with the Costa Rican Caja then? How many years did you work for?
2 years.
2 years.
2.5 maybe, something like that.
And then during that time, you kind of always had your own thoughts of a private practice?
No.
No, okay.
No, I always thought on stick with Caja. Getting old working at Caja, as an employee.
Yeah.
That was my mindset.
Uh-huh. And so how did your mindset shift? So
because life hit me hard.
Okay.
Life hit me hard.
Uh-huh.
I was working at Caja with a special permit.
Yep.
During my process of university and titles and medical council and stuff.
So with a special visa?
It was actually a special work permit.
Okay.
Something like a visa, but it's a legal legal stay in the country as a worker. So when I couldn't renew it, I got kicked out.
Okay. Of the country?
Of the
Caja.
Caja.
Of the Caja.
Yes.
Okay.
I could stay in the country, but I was not available for working in anything at all.
Wow.
My only permit was as an orthopedic surgeon. And when I got the permit was finished, I was not available to work as anything else. So I got unemployed again. So I started working as selling vegetables in the streets. Yeah, informally.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you grow the vegetables, or did you buy the vegetables and resell them?
And that's what I was telling you. One of the doctors in Caja, he was like, so you're unemployed, right? Yes. Well, what do you say if you administer my farm?
Okay.
Manage the farm.
Yeah.
So I have this and these vegetables growing. I pay the guys that grows everything. But so I give you what I produce and you take care of it and sell it.
Wow.
And then we split, the profits.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, yeah, absolutely. And I remember the first time I sold 1 ton of potatoes. So I started pretty good. Then there were some ups and downs, and then definitely I was not in my comfort zone. So I left it.
An orthopedic surgeon, fully trained, selling
everybody
vegetables.
in Grecia knows about it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember I used to park my car outside the hospital I used to work in, selling vegetables.
That's incredible, though. I mean, it just like what that must have felt like. I can't imagine. Like just,
It's
like an ego check, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it breaks your knees.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I bet.
it breaks your knees. Makes you reevaluate all your life, and it's an internal fight. Not everybody is, decided to go for this fight, which is the most difficult fight is inside your head.
Right.
Your head. So I was like, I'm gonna do this because I need to produce some money somehow, and this is what I've got now. I remember my wife was working as an esthetician, an anesthesiologist, working as an esthetician, and I was working as a vegetable seller, and I also started selling perfumes. And one day something happened that also was the breaking point, let's say, the boiling point. Once we got home and we had no electricity.
Because you hadn't paid the bill, I assume, or the bill?
We couldn't afford it. So we sat down, and all this process has been through tears and arguing and reconsidering a lot of things. So I remember it was yesterday. We sat on our dining table, and we were very, very sad. Angie was not there, and we were like, it is not possible for both of us working, not being able to give our daughter what she needs. So we need to do something immediately. So she left her job, I left my job, and we started focusing on our thing. So she went back to Nicaragua and reactivated the private practice she had there.
Okay.
So she started doing regenerative medicine with amazing, amazing outbreaks. I mean, she was good, having very good results with treatments in patients with cirrhosis and liver problems. And I remember she used to make a lot of money. By that time, it was a lot of money. And then we started to grow back up. And by that time, we were able to go through all the paperwork in the medical thing, medical council, university, our titles were approved and everything. So we were again available to work as physicians, not as a specialist, but as physicians. So people always used to call me on my cell phone, ask me, where was I? They couldn't find me at the hospital no more. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a very good doctor. Yeah, people.
So
I have good results, and I treat people like they're my family.
Yeah, and so you had clients who previously went to the government hospital who were seeking you out individually.
Yes. And I remember telling them, I'm not working right now. I'm not available to work as a physician. And some people used to tell me, I don't mind. I really want you to check me out and to get me through treatment because I know you're gonna get me right. So that's what I started doing. I started working again illegally.
Just by cash or like?
Yes. Cash in my house. I mean, the house that I was renting by that time, we settled a room like for an office, and we started seeing patients, both of us. She used to do aesthetics things, and I used to do orthopedic things, and we started growing it more every day, and then we had to move and rent an office, one office, and then we keep on growing up. So we had to rent a whole clinic, and right now we have our own clinic. We're succeeding, I think, but we're around 3% of what we really want, of what we really dream of. 3% or less, because right now we're going to move to a bigger building. We're going to put on more services. And we are actually changing people's lives.
So it's a good time to jump into it. Like, just give us an overview of what you do at your clinic, what your goal is, what your primary purpose is, and just tell us a little bit about what your practice is today.
Well, since we're living on a modern habits basis. There's a lot of medical conditions that affect metabolism, immune system, joints, and all the functions in your body. So we have developed a program that combines all of our expertise as a specialist, but also as a specialist in regenerative medicine, in integrative precision medicine, in ozone, and bioidentical hormone supplementation. So this is a mix of expertises that is not findable anywhere else. So when people come to our clinic, we focus on treating the cause of their condition. Most of them is pain, joint pain mainly, but it's not the only thing we treat. We treat anything related to metabolism, liver function, hormonal function, degenerative chronic diseases, cancer. And we have had amazing results. And there's people that won't leave us ever again.
So what are some of the modern habits that we as a society have that lead to that cause many of the problems that people come to your clinic for?
Yeah, well, you know, as a species, humans have a genetical and a biological design. I'm sorry, it's my English. Sometimes I get,
Great.
I don't find the word. So we have a design. And nowadays, we don't follow that design. We don't respect that design. So one of the main things is the feeding process, the habits of what we're eating. And in these terms, there's a lot of arguing about it, but the human beings is a carnivore species. So when you get a carnivore species to eat different than carnivore, you start to get them sick. And that's the main thing that's getting people sick. Because we're the only species in the world that is eating everything. It's like omnivorous. We are the only species, the omnivorous species in the world. All these species only eat one thing or one type of things. You know, colibri, hummingbird only eat one thing. Zebra only eat one thing. Giraffe only one thing. Lions only one thing. Tigers only one thing. Wolves, sharks, most species, or maybe all of them, just eat one thing. Human beings are another species in the world. But we have been told and we have been taught that we need to eat all type of foods. And we are actually a carnivore species. There's a lot of arguing about it, but in terms of genes, in terms of biology, metabolism, our body works optimally. Did I say it right? In an optimal way when we have only animal-based products. So I think that's, as a society, I think that's the most difficult thing, because we have a lot of thoughts from the past that we have been passing through generations, and we think that's good things. And we have been told and we have been taught that it is normal to get to a certain age and start to get sick, start to ill.
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, you know, limiting beliefs just kind of come out in people's statements. And there's a statement that just stuck with me so often. Is like, I've heard my dad tell me, like, yeah, I guess you get to a certain age and you just get diabetes. And it's like, wait, what? Everybody is destined to get diabetes? No, I don't believe that. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yes. But that's what they have told us.
Yeah.
That's what we've been taught our whole life. And another thing that we have been taught our life is that you get hereditary diseases.
Yeah.
And it's not right.
Yeah, because of the field of epigenetics, right?
Exactly. So your genes might have a probability for you to develop a disease in around 3 to 5%. That's a probability. But the epigenetics makes a probability from 92 to 98%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. So what's epigenetic is what your inside environment is like. In terms of glucose level, insulin levels, triglycerides, pH.
And this environment is affected by your actions, your decisions, your
Absolutely.
behaviors.
And one of the most affecting things is what you eat.
Yeah. So, like, what are some of the most detrimental things? What are some of the most harmful things that people are consuming, eating in their diet, or maybe even its behaviors or habits or whatever it is that leads to so many of the common problems that people are dealing with today that cause pain or whatever it may be?
Yeah, the main reason for diseases is industrialized products. That's number one.
And what are those industrialized products doing in the body that is, creating so many problems?
Mainly inflammation.
Yeah.
Yes. For example, one of the most toxic things everybody consumes is seed oils. And that is absolutely poisonous. It's venom. canola oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. Yeah, that's poison.
What about avocado oil?
I mean, it's good, but it's not as good as your body needs. All right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to have this, but it doesn't really, I mean, it's not that harmful, but it's not giving me actually what I need.
So probably one of the best substitutes for seed oils would be like a ghee, right? Like a
Ghee, it's
or
amazing.
butter.
Animal fat.
Animal fat.
Ghee, amazing. Lard, tallow, and mainly,
Okay.
basically that. Animal fat. Animal fat not only is not toxic at all, it's got good fats that make you skinny. I mean, makes you lose weight in terms of body fat, cleans your arteries from fat, cleans your liver from fats. Because you know, in order for you to remove fat, you need another fat. You know, water and fat doesn't mix. So if you ever try to wash a dish only with water, it's not going to clean the fat. You need something like soap, and soap it's fatty based. You know, and so good fats cleans the bad fats from your body, and that comes from animals. Animal fat, it's very good for, so not only it is not toxic at all, but it cleans your body, but also remember all your cells have fatty membranes. And in order for them to work properly, they got to be fluid. And for them to be fluid, they have to have a good source of fatty acids, and they come from animals. All of your cells in your body, number one. Number two, all of your hormones, all of them come from animal fat.
Wow.
All of them.
That's fascinating.
Today, there's an epidemic on hormonal diseases.
There are. There's so, well, one of the most common things you hear about, or there's kind of a fad right now of testosterone replacement therapy, right? Like, and there's tons of people in the US who think, oh, I'm low on testosterone. Well, look at what your diet is. Like,
Absolutely.
don't start with injecting yourself with testosterone, right?
Yes.
Like take it back a step and look at what you're doing.
And also all of the misequilibriums of hormones in the women's body and our girls' bodies. It's mainly caused because we're not giving the body what it really needs to build up hormones.
Yeah.
Also, your central nervous system is all made out of cholesterol, fat. You know, the brain, it's a fat maze. It's fat. And a lot of vitamins also need animal fat so you can absorb them. And even they are present in animal fat, including vitamin D. Vitamin D is one of the most important vitamins in our body because it works in most of the functions in our bodies, in our cells, including anti-cancer, including bones and joints health, including hormonal health. And it comes from animal fat and exposure to sunlight, which is two of the main demonized things.
Right. Yeah. When we lived in Minnesota, there's a common experience that everybody in these northern climates, everybody just is like, yep, I'm in the middle of seasonal depression, and it's that winter, like December, January, February, when everybody is holed up indoors, and if you're going outside, like you're bundled up, and none of your skin is exposed to the sun. So like tons of people now take vitamin D, but it's a very common experience for people to be like, yeah, no, it's time for seasonal depression, and they just accept it.
Yes.
It's like, no, yeah, now I'm depressed because it's winter, and And so, no, I have firsthand experience with that, and firsthand cultural experience with it too.
All right.
Everybody just kind of, yeah.
Did you have depression during winter?
Yeah, every year. No, every January, February, the days are short. It's from 8 a.m. sunrise to like 4:30 p.m. sunset. So you've got a very short window, and then like you're not outside much. You're sitting in front of a screen all day long,
Yes.
and no, it's a very depressing way to live.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, absolutely.
So like take somebody who has just a normal standard diet, like a modern diet, and what is one thing that they can do in order to kind of change direction? Like what is the first thing that they should think about changing in their lifestyle or in their diet to kind of pivot toward the right direction?
Well, it's a pretty tough question because good things comes from hard work, and there's not. I always tell my patients, there's not a magic medicine, miraculous medicine, and health is multifactorial. So one of the main things we need to do first of all is get rid of all carbohydrates. I would say.
But how do you tell somebody who's lived, 40, 50 years of their life eating toast for breakfast every day, eating refined sugars every day? That's just kind of an extreme, like, okay, ditch all your carbohydrates. Like what is, it almost feels like there's got to be something like to move in that direction.
I understand that question, and I've answered it 1,000 times. And the one of the first person that told me something like that was my sister, my older sister that lives in Lima, in Peru. And I remember once she was not doing that good in health. So she called me and I started giving her, recommendations and stuff. And she was like, I don't think that's quite possible.
Right.
And I think you should, I remember she telling me, I think you should start considering some path or some methods to do it slowly so the patient will stick with it. And I was like, life is tough. It's tough. There are some things that are not just okay. I mean, it's like some things are not easy at all. And I always tell my patient, if you were a smoker with a lung cancer, I would never recommend you to lower the number of cigarettes you smoke a day. I would tell you it's your decision because you're the one in that side of the desk. Whether you stop smoking or you will probably die. So you make your own decisions. If I were to have a patient with, I don't know, cirrhosis because he's drinking too much alcohol,
Right.
I would never recommend him to drink less alcohol.
Right. Just get rid of it. No, that's a very solid point. So basically what you're saying is like, look, if you're unhealthy, if you're unhappy with how you feel, like, you need
to make a decision.
Right,
and I always, sometimes patients come with with the wife or husband, couple, whatever, and I always tell them, what if your couple were cheating? Would you accept him to quit it progressively, slowly? Everybody says the same. Absolutely not. I mean, if I'm going to give him a chance, is going to stop doing what is destroying our relationships right away. The way it's got to be done. And if you ask anyone who has ever stopped smoking or somebody who has ever stopped drinking or making cocaine or any drug that's not good for health, every human being that's gone through that is going to tell you, oh no, I quit it.
Cold turkey,
once.
No, that makes sense. I mean, basically the answer is like, as you you don't need baby steps. You need a shift in your mindset, a shift in your beliefs, and just let go of those old beliefs altogether.
Yes, and from my point of view, you know, I'm a private practice doctor. When you come to my office, you're paying, and you're paying to get results. So our relationships, you're a client, I'm a service provider. So our relationships, our relationship, it's based on the results.
And so, is there anything you can do to help a client that simply can't change their behaviors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, I gave him a very leading program, written down a program. I always I'm available for my patients 24/7. I mean, people call me, people text me, and I'm always there to support them through the process of the change, because there is an interface. There's a time which is hard.
Right.
Once you get it on, you can go through. It's like flying.
Right.
You know, so I'm always going with my patients, and the first 7 days, 14 days are very important, because it's when they start looking at the results.
Okay.
And when you start looking at results, you get excited and you get inspired. So you can go through.
Okay.
Patients that don't stick actually the way they need to do it, they don't get result and they get frustrated. And sorrily, that's going to happen maybe half of the times. 50% of patients would leave. 50% of patients will stick with me. And those that stick with me, some of them struggle more than others, but what they achieve, it's unbelievable. And that's the objective of my life. That small percentage of people that's up to changing and getting back their health, quality of life.
I want to jump back a little, because I really want to hear more about what this entire journey was like with your wife, with your spouse, with your life partner, because I have to imagine there were moments was there ever a moment when you guys were close to like, we need to separate, or like when it really was hard on the relationship, or did it always feel like it just made the bond stronger between the two of you?
All right, so we did had a lot of economical problems back then. We had a poor mindset.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 27.
27. So this is toward the end of your doctor or your medical.
I was starting my residency.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Yes. And everything comes together. What I mean is that when you have a poor mindset, you don't work towards good objectives in terms of finances. You don't work towards objectives in good health. You don't work towards objective in good relationships, even with your spouse. And I absolutely had times when I misbehaved a lot. And I made a lot of mistakes in terms of marriage, relationships with my wife.
Can you share specifics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went around playing with other people, you know what I'm saying. And it brought even more problems to our relationships.
Okay.
And it was the same now, because I was on a state of mind that it was not visualizing actually what I really wanted. Or I was on a mindset, poor mindset. So I was not doing anything to get better results in terms of health, finances, or my relationship with her. So everything came along together, and we got again to the breaking point. where we needed to make decisions, and she betted on me.
Mm-hmm.
She betted on me. She stayed with me, and I really thank that for that. Thank her for that, and I really appreciate that from her, because she gave me a bunch of opportunities. And then I started realizing how true is that saying that with every successful man comes
Right. There's a
great woman,
Yeah,
something like that, and it's true, absolutely true. And right now I'm more convinced that your partner, it's maybe the most important part of your success in any term. So we stuck together, and we started working towards our common objectives. And well, she's also an alpha. So when you have an alpha woman and not an alpha man, it's kind of difficult.
You don't think you're an alpha?
Well, I still have a long way to go. I'm working on it in the good way, right, of being an alpha. But nowadays, also women are more male-ish than males.
It's true.
And that's why we need our wives to stick with us and push us.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't understand what it means in terms of the design of the couple. What's the design for women and what's the design for men? Because nowadays everything's got to be politically correct and everything's breaking out and falling apart. But when you have a woman that's got its role very clear, and you have a man that's got the roles very clear, and they can, get together and assemble in the right way, they will both thrive. And that's what we did.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, that's incredible. So if you were to go, like, now knowing everything about how your journey has kind of unfolded, and go back to that, that 27-year-old Angel, and the guy that was kind of making wrong decisions, wrong choices, what advice would you have for that younger self to get him on the right path?
Yes, I've thought about it a lot of times. And sometimes I talk to younger people that are maybe in my family, so they don't go through what I went, right? Because it's painful. It needs to be painful.
Do you think there was a path for you that didn't include that much pain?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think everything was meant to be the way it was. So I can be here today.
Yeah, yeah.
So
go ahead.
Sometimes I talk to younger people and I tell, if I were able to talk to the past, myself in the past, I would tell him to read this book, of successful people, and try to not make these mistakes, because this is going to lead you to repeat the path in the family, because I come from the same, right? And it's very painful. But now that I talk to younger people that are in certain positions, I see myself in them. I used to be that. And it's very hard to get into the mind of a younger man.
Is there a specific book that you recommend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
The first book I would recommend is that which is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
The military?
The Millionaire.
Millionaire.
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Okay.
Yes, which you would think it's a finance book,
Right.
and it's not at all. It's a mindset book.
Okay.
Yeah, it talks about how to get the mindset. It's like the starting point for your mindset, so you can start building things up. But it's not only in finances. It's the least thing that the book talks about. It talks about you.
It's so true. I mean, that's the thing that I don't think people realize is that, like, you can give somebody $1 million, and if they don't have the right mindset, that $1 million is going to be gone, and like it's not going to do a dang thing for them. It's going to. That's why the whole lottery phenomenon is such a fallacy and just doesn't work, because it's not about money. It's about your habits. It's about your behaviors. It's about how you think. It's about how you your daily actions.
Yes.
And that far trumps anything. It far trumps anything in your bank account.
Yes. So one of the things I would recommend, I mean, it's a very basic thing, and sometimes people don't think about it as what's got to do with anything. And it's waking up early. That's one main thing that people's got to start doing. Waking up early, meaning 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Sometimes they tell me, what I'm gonna do at that time? Anything, just do it. Just wake up early, and you'll see things are going to start appearing, to show up. Then you're going to have something to do. And that's creating, first of all, momentum, but then you're creating an empty space. If you wake up 4:30 in the morning, sit on this table, just having your cup of coffee, soon enough, something's going to appear and will occupy that moment. And sometimes later, you're going to be doing something at that time, because you made the space, the empty space for it.
I love it. Yeah, well, my wife and I have just fallen in love with the morning hours, especially here in Costa Rica. We love the circadian rhythm. The 5:30 to 5:30 is very consistent throughout the year in terms of sunrise and sunset. And it does, like, the times when your life kind of goes off track, like, you can always tell, like, those are the times when you're sleeping in, you're staying up late, and you're not living an intentional day or an intentional life. And I 100% agree. I love, and I was always a night person, like, as a kid, and that's kind of the natural arc of people's journey most of the time. But, like, I never liked the morning until we lived in El Salvador, when I started loving the 4 or 5 a.m. wake up time, because those were the best times of the day. We lived in a very hot community, and it got very warm in the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. range, and you were just kind of like you didn't want to move during those moments. We didn't have air conditioning, and so you start to fall in love with the early morning hours. Have you ever journaled? Did you ever have a time in your life when you journal, right?
Yes. It was actually, I think 1 or 2 years ago, I started journaling in my cell phone.
Okay, so like typing it out with your
okay. Yes, it was intentionally. I mean, I made a journey in my cell phone, and then I made a small notebook. Yes, but I didn't keep up with it.
I kind of go in and out of the habit myself, and but on the days that I do it, it does feel very cleansing for whatever's on the top of your mind, or whatever's stressing you out, or whatever it is that, I feel like it feels like a little bit of a shower for your thoughts.
Yes. I right now what I do is I journal, but in my business.
Okay.
I write things that comes back and forth in my business every day. That's an everyday custom. And I wake up very early in the morning. Nobody wants to wake up in the morning very early. Nobody wants it, and I understand that. And everything's difficult, if you see. I mean, the path to success in anything is not comfortable. It's uncomfortable. So I wake up every morning at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm always doubting. Am I staying? Should I wake up? And I start and I'm like, I mean, I used to be a swimmer, and I used to get into the water at 4 a.m.
Wow.
I used to wake up at 3:15,
Wow.
go to the pool, swim, normal temperature, no hot water. And I learned a technique, and it's not thinking. Just stop thinking.
Okay.
You know, the devil in your left shoulder is going to tell you, man, keep sleeping. Keep sleeping. You're going to get tired. You're going to be sleepy the whole day. And I'm like, not thinking, just shut. You know, like that animated movie with that they say, shut up, Bruno. Silencio, Bruno. Yeah. And I'm always, I mean, I'm with that intrusive thought during my waking up hour, going to the toilet, putting on my clothes for the gym, my shoes. Even when I'm in the car, I'm still thinking, should I get out and go back to bed? Yes, nobody likes it, and I understand that. I don't like it myself. Once I get to the gym, start working out, we only work out 45 minutes, including my 12-year-old daughter. And once we get out of the gym, we're totally active.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's it.
So what time do you go to bed at night?
My best time for sleeping, for me, it's 7 p.m. I don't always do it because, well, I have a wife and a daughter.
And social engagements.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So sometimes we go to bed around 8:30 to 9:30. That's our sleeping time. Sometimes, obviously, as anyone else, I keep scrolling. I mean, I have that in my mind. Sometimes I like playing video games. I'm a video gamer. Sometimes I play a bit video game. And but most of the time, I get sleepy at 7 p.m.
Sure.
I mean, and it's something I can help it. I'm not a TV guy. I'm not a Netflix and stuff. No. If I start watching TV, I fall asleep immediately. So what I try to do is get home after work and share a small meal, 5:30 p.m. with my family, and then sometimes we watch some TV. Sometimes we get in the bed, the three of us. Maybe each one of us is doing a different thing, but that's our time together. So we talk back and forth about what we're doing, this, and Angie tells us about her day, and we talk to her about our day and everything, and then we start planning the next day. And but my ideal time for sleeping is 7. If I were to sleep at 7, I would be amazingly happy. But there's always somebody, making noises around and things. So yeah, my ideal time for sleeping is 7, but I usually sleep at around 8:30 to 9:30.
Cool. Tell me about your bracelet.
My bracelet. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
In this journey, I think one of the right things to do is to follow paths, and follow the paths of people that thrive in what you want to thrive. And that's when Tony Robbins came up. Have you heard of Tony Robbins?
I love Tony Robbins, of course.
Yeah, Tony Robbins is my mentor.
Yeah.
He's one of my mentors. I follow him. I am currently going through one of his masteries, and is one of the person that I'm inspired most about. So this bracelet is about an event I went past October in Anaheim, California, which is called Unleash the Power Within. And it's about...
Was Tony there?
Tony was there. I mean, if you can ever, if any person that's listening to this podcast or looking at us, if you can go to one of them events, do it. is a life-changing event. It's a 5-day intense event where you spend 12 hours every day, not only with the Tony Robbins, but with his crew.
Sure.
Learning how to thrive in health, finances, relationships. And then you walk on fire.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a very life-changing experience.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back again this year with my wife and my daughter.
Wow. Oh, that's super cool. Well, I mean, if there's one thing that I notice about you, Angel, is that it's clear that you have such a bright light within you. Like, you're just constantly, like, I can feel like a very strong furnace happening underneath, behind your eyes. And I think there's some people that, or including myself, where you lose that sometimes. And I don't know, it's like modern habits, modern food, diets, and sleeping, and screens, and all of those things just kind of turn people into zombies, I feel like. And then there's people that can see through that and can see the toll that all of these things are taking on your daily life, on your relationships, on your mental clarity, and all of those things. And it's just clear that you have that key. I think you found the key within, and it is fun to be in your presence and just see.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's super cool, and that's why that's why your clients like followed you from Cajas, because you have that. There's something within you that is just, you can just tell is very present.
Yes, I think it's hunger.
Yeah.
I'm just hungry, and I think you should push yourself to hunger.
Where do you think that seed was planted? Like,
I'm sorry?
How do you think that seed, that hunger seed, grew within you? How was that planted? Like at an early age?
I was actually thinking about that during this interview in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think everything just, settled the way it did and worked this way. From the way my mother raised me to everything I've been through, mistakes I've made, the wife I'm with, and the people I've met. I mean, God's been amazingly good with me.
Cool. Well,
yes.
That is a great place to end it. Is there anything else you want to share before we wrap it up?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the objective for the people should be, first of all, try to recognize paths. Secondly, follow the path and use it on your purpose, on your favor. And third, try to create your own paths.
Yeah, exactly.
All right? Yeah. Success is not an easy task. It's an everyday thing. You have to create momentum, and you have to push yourself to your uncomfortableness. So you need to get in the place you don't like to be, but what you want to be. You don't like it, but you really want to go there, and be part of it.
I feel like so many people get hung up on that first step, which is like, recognize the path that you're on. Like, look, if you're in a 9-to-5 job, working at a job that you hate, and you're not changing anything about that situation, like, recognize that path is heading you toward a life that you're going to be unsatisfied with. You're going to look back on it, and you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I try something different? Why didn't I change?
Absolutely.
And that's the first step, is just recognizing that.
And as I told you before, I'm not yet at the point where I dream about. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure if we do this again, I'm going to be in a different place that I'm right now.
Right.
I used to be in a different place a couple months ago. And I'm not planning on stopping. And that's the right path. The right path is keep on changing, keep on changing. And the most successful you get, the more you want to keep on doing it. Most people think that successful people and wealthy people are the ones that work the least, and they are the ones that work the most. Not because they need it.
Right.
Wealthy people don't need to work anymore, but they love it,
Right.
because they're starting to give also to other people, to us. For example, Tony Robbins. I mean, this guy is it's got enough to stay home every day. Never does it.
Right.
Never does. And now he's spreading his experience with the word. So try to push yourself where you want to be through the uncomfortableness, through the things that you don't like. Going to a place where there's a lot of people, with smokings and talking about business is not that pleasant. Do it. If you want to be one of them, push yourself through it. If you want to become healthier, surround yourself with healthy people. You're not going to like it because you're going to feel they're bragging about it. Oh, I'm eating this and that, and expensive things and this and that. You're not going to feel comfortable. That's the path, uncomfortableness. If you want to have a thriving marriage, relationship with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, with your daughter, surround yourself with people that's thriving in that area. You're not going to like it, because people that's succeeding in family are going to brag about it, and you're going to feel uncomfortable.
Because of comparing. You're comparing
Absolutely.
yourself. You're comparing your own situation against theirs. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that's the discomfort that you have to work through.
That's the lever you
Right.
need to push yourself. So this right here we're doing, I mean, I really actually admire you a lot.
Oh, thank you.
I also want some of these things, and I push myself
Yeah.
because I want to see your path, try to follow it.
Yeah. No. Well, the admiration is mutual, 100%. Like I look back on my journey and I think, oh, if I could have been more like
This, for example. Yeah, I mean, this right here.
Yeah.
I admire what you've done here. I admire the way you've come from another country, settled down here, doing what you're doing, raising your kids the way you're doing it. And I learn from you.
Cool.
Some people would, you would walk in, whether you have a nice car or nice place, they are going to be like, such a show off. No, I'm not that. I'm like, I mean, this guy's done his homework, and I'm going to look for what he's doing, so I can also use that path on my favor, and maybe do my own path.
Cool.
So that's pretty much it.
No,
Really,
well, I think like minds come to the same conclusions, and it's just fascinating to hear all of this, such similar conclusions about health, about eating, about lifestyle, about all of those things that you have come to realize. It does seem like we have similar viewpoints for sure. But
really appreciate you having me here.
Oh, it's
I really
amazing.
enjoyed it.
Anything?
I hope we can do it again.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, tell me, just give me a little snippet about what's next. What's in your future? What do you got percolating? What do you got going on?
My main focus right now is on my business. Money is important. Why? Because you can build up things with money. For example, you can have financial freedom for you, your family, help your parents, do things for people that need your help. All right? So that's the main thing I'm focusing. So right now, as I told you before, we're moving to a bigger building. We're going to have a bigger structure, more services. We're going to try and grow up, get more collaborators in our clinic, help more people, make a change in the world, and hopefully keep on growing that. That's what we're right now 100% focused on.
Cool. Oh, very cool. Well, thank you so much for doing the podcast, Angel.
Thank you for having me.
That's awesome.
And as I told you, I hope we can do it again.
All right, I wish you the best. Cool. Well, that was a great interview.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So may I have this?
Yeah, take it.
That was Dr. Angel Baltodano. From selling vegetables outside a hospital to leading the field in regenerative medicine, Angel proves that true reinvention requires embracing the uncomfortable. Angel and his wife Jadira run the Clinic of Advanced Medicine in Grecia, Costa Rica. If you're ready to reclaim your future, take Angel's advice, wake up early, create momentum, and don't be afraid to walk the path less traveled. Thanks for listening to A More Brilliant Life.